Hi, how are you today? This is chapter 2 out of the Magic Treehouse series called Dolphins at Daybreak. Chapter 2 is called The Reef. A breeze blew through the window, seagulls cried, and waves lapped the shore. Annie picked up the riddle scroll and unrolled it. Together, she and Jack read the riddle. Rough and gray as rock, I'm plain as plain can be, but hidden deep inside me, there's great beauty in me. What am I? Let's go find the answer, Annie said. She and Jack looked out the window. The treehouse wasn't in a tree, it was on the ground. Why is this ground pink? Jack asked. I don't know, Annie said, but I'm going out there. I'm going to do a little research first, Jack said. Annie climbed out of the treehouse. Jack picked up the ocean book and flipped through it. He found a picture of a pink island surrounded by water, and he read, This is a coral reef. Corals are tiny sea animals. After they die, their skeletons remain. Over time, the reef builds up, forms stack of coral skeletons. Oh, man, tiny skeletons, Jack said. He pulled out his notebook and wrote, millions of coral skeletons. Jack, come and look at this, cried Annie. What is it? I don't know, but you'll love it, she said. Jack threw his notebook and the ocean book into his pack, and he climbed out the window. Is it the answer to the riddle? He called. I don't think so. It doesn't look very plain, said Annie. She was standing at the edge of the water. Beside her was a strange-looking machine. Jack hurried over to the bumpy coral to get a better look. The machine was half on the reef and half in the clear blue water. It looked like a huge white bubble with a big window. Is it a special kind of boat? Annie asked. Jack found a picture of the machine in the ocean book, and he read, Scientists who study the ocean are called oceanographers. Sometimes they travel in small, diving vessels called submersibles or mini-subs to study the ocean floor. It's a mini-sub, said Jack. He pulled out his notebook. Let's get inside, Annie said. No, said Jack. Actually, he did want to see what the sub looked like inside, but he shook his head. We can't, it's not ours. Just a teeny peek, Annie said. It might help us figure out the riddle. Jack sighed. Okay, but we have to be careful. Don't touch anything, he said. Don't worry, said Annie. And take off your shoes so they won't get wet, said Jack. He and Annie slipped off their shoes and socks and threw them toward the treehouse. Then they stepped carefully over the sharp coral. Annie turned the handle on the hatch of the mini-sub and it opened. She and Jack climbed inside. The hatch slammed shut. The mini-sub was tiny. 2 seats faced the big window in the front. In the front, the seats was the computer built on a control panel. Annie sat down. Jack opened up the ocean book and read more about them on the mini-sub page. Mini-subs have strong hulls to keep air in and protect those aboard from the water pressure. Computers are used to guide the mini-sub through the ocean. Whoops, said Annie. What's wrong? Jack looked up. Annie was waving her hands in front of the computer. Now the screen showed a map. What's going on? Said Jack. I just pressed a few keys, Annie said. What? I said don't touch anything, said Jack. The air blower came on. The mini-sub jerked backward. Get out, said Jack. He and Annie scrambled for the hatch. Jack grabbed the handle, but they were too late. The mini-sub slid off the reef, then dove silently down into the deep. That's the end of chapter 2 on Dolphins at Daybreak. Man, she's getting exciting. Remember, we miss you here. Keep on reading. It's good for you. I hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.